Welcome to Untitled Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Libra for the month of November. So we are in the sign of Scorpio and the element is water. The theme is intensity. It's a lot of stuff, emotional stuff that floats to the surface. Things that we normally can happily ignore for the other 11 months of the year, but this month of Scorpio is one where it will not be ignored. It needs to be exposed and dealt with. So we have movement, lots of movement coming in with the Knight of Wands for Libra. And so young male energy there coming in. Can be somebody that comes in very quickly this month, comes in, it's fabulous, you have a great time, and then they go again. It's just the nature of that card. It's very action orientated. It's very much top gear stuff. It moves at quite a pace, so buckle up when that one comes along as your energy. Travel is often associated with this one. So Libra, let's see where you are right now. Queen of Coins. Very much home and the hearth, this one. Very grounded, very sitting there at home. She's happy to be at home, happy to have people coming around. Her energy is very solid. She doesn't really need to go anywhere. People like to come to her place. But it's a very solid, nice way to start. So this might be a female person, or just maybe an aspect of yourself at this time that's coming through. So it's very grounded energy, very green, very much for life and continuum. Let's see what's brought Queen of Coins in. Working well with others, spiritual learning as well. So we have people coming into our lives at the moment as well. Or relationships, very much it's about looking at who is the student and who is the teacher in the relationship. How does that dynamic work for you? It's built on good foundations, works well most of the time. This woman here too can be the mother as well. So it's all about those sort of relationships. And in the time of Scorpio, those emotional relationships tend to be quite fractious and highlighted for one reason or the other. It's just a time of transformation as well. It's of cleansing. It's of dealing with issues and sort of really dealing with them, and then they'll sort of be put to rest. Let's see how September, October went for you. Yeah, 9 of Swords, so worrying for worry's sake. So there you were, stressing out, worrying about all sorts of things. And then now you find yourself thinking, oh, well, that was a lot of energy I wasted. I didn't need to bother, because everything's turned out quite well. But it was the time of Libra, your time. So often there is a strong element of air that can sometimes manufacture lots of overthink in the mind, and it just goes berserk. So it's about how you deal with that, because the worry was for nothing really. Recent influences, and we have a beautiful 6 of Coins, so balance, giving and taking on equal measure. Interesting that this comes up in the time of Scorpio too, because it's about shining that spotlight on your relationships. Are they giving and is it give and take, or is it all one-sided? It's about really balancing that up, Libra, this month. And I know it sounds a bit, trite. However, sometimes we just need to sort of look at our relationship with different people. And, is it indeed balance, or is it really lopsided? And if it is, try and fix it. Nice card though. Things going well, but giving and taking is really important, and balance there. the lesson you will be learning in October, November. New projects coming through, doing really well. Sort of, I don't know, this could be something new you're planning for next year that's really going to bear fruit. It's going to grow, you'll nurture it, and it'll grow really well and produce a lot of great stuff for you, because it's very earthed. So it's all about keeping your eye on that as well. New beginnings in terms of just getting things off the ground, and they're very promising. Very promising. So don't lose faith. Near future. It's slow moving energy though, nonetheless, too, coming in Libra, so don't be expecting things to just go whoosh whoosh, not in this water time. Water can be like a torrent, or it can be stagnant, it can be like a mill pond. So you've just got to go with that. So don't be trying to push things along and push round pegs into square holes this month, because it won't work with this Knight of Coins here. He's very loyal, he's very sort of meticulous as well, but you can't sort of change that energy with him. It will take as long as it takes. And Librans, they like to move, but however with this one, you won't. If you push too hard, it'll just be to your own detriment and a waste of energy. So try and just from the outset realise that it will be quite a slow moving month in terms of what you want to happen. You've just got to sort of surrender to the universe this month a bit in terms of getting things happening. It will be slow. So let's see, connected to that, what's happening you're not realising. We have the King of Wands, so someone travelling, movement here. Could be your movement too, but very much a leadership card as well. Could be all up to you, you know, saying that once, I'm thinking here, once we hit the 3rd week of November, we'll be in the fire time, and that's when things will move. So you've just got to conserve energy for this month, and that's a true thing. So don't be pushing, and don't be expecting, because it won't be happening until we turn into Sagittarius, which will be about the 22nd, I think, of November. So if you can just sort of accept that, things will go well. If you can't, well, you'll just get irritated and start worrying. How others see you. Scorpio again, so your transformation, it's about really changing to adapt to the conditions that are at the moment, and we all know what that's like in the world of the last 18 months. We know what it's been like, and most of us have adapted to it, because you just have to. And that's what Scorpio's all about. It's about adaptation and transformation, just showing people that they can work within the framework that we're given. And this is what it is. And the more we struggle against it, the harder it gets. And the more we surrender to it, it becomes a little easier, doesn't it? So very much a Scorpio card. And it's sort of saying that other people have noticed and look to you too, that you are a person that can sort of just adapt to whatever the conditions are at the time, rather than rallying against it and demonstrating whatever. Some people do that, some people don't. It's all, people can do what they want. But yeah, it's almost, Scorpio is about transforming and adapting to whatever we have, rather than going on about it. Okay, let's see the positive feelings. And once again, we have the Six of Cups, the Scorpio card. So people from the past getting back in touch, a lot of activity in that too. And this is the Scorpio card. So this is the time of the year where we do sort of think of other people, or they do pop back into our minds, or we do hear from them, or we contact people. A lot of past stuff coming up with that one, which is really quite amazing actually. And it's Scorpio time. This is where we sort of, it's almost like a cleansing time, where we sort of put old wrongs to right, and we just sort of reach out to people because of experiences we've had with them, exes or whatever that pop up. And it's about sort of that transformation of Scorpio, just kind of adapting to what it is and sort of letting it go and realising what you learned from that relationship. Okay, let's now see the outcome. And then we have clarity at the end of the month, which is beautiful, coming into Sagittarius fire. We have clarity. You can see everything clearly. All those troublesome worries you had up here, they've sort of dissolved into the ether. This is about the lesson of just, you know, going through a bit of a difficult time, but then suddenly everything falls into place and you get the clarity and you understand the message. And it's particularly can be quite stormy before this actually lands and becomes that aha moment where you think, oh, that's what all that was for. Okay, let's have a look and see what your message is, Libra. Interesting month. And the massage is, ooh, karma. Karma. The more you practice karma, the more you will discover that you are the master of your own fortune and the creator of your own destiny. In its simplest form, karma implies cause and effect. Karma can give you the courage to look deeper into your past actions and take full responsibility for life as it is unfolding, knowing that you planted the karmic seeds in the past. Flowers or weed, fortune or unfortunate, they are all there with you. So very karmic this month. Couldn't get a better card really, could you? And especially in Scorpio time. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great month.